Alright, so this is the front of the garden. We got the bananas, ponytail palm, lots of green bins everywhere from weeding and gardening. You can kind of see our cherimoyas there. Built that fence last year. It's about 2 years worth of work. Almost all of these are cuttings, so they're still pretty small, but they're getting bigger. And I will take you inside. I think we're gonna remove that lavender, which doesn't really fit with everything else, but looks good. And this part of the garden is one of my favorites. It's my puppy Remy. We got privets there. So this side garden here again is just all cuttings that kind of took off, and it survives really well with no light actually, except that section gets a little bit of light during the day. Bunch of hanging plants, and then this is kind of what we stare at here all the time. Again, all cuttings except for that big one. It's a big avocado tree. I'll show you. You got privets and camellias. They bloom at 2 different times, but yeah, I love this little succulent garden. That's the monstera they were talking about. And what's cool about this is it started in that pot. We moved into this house about 2 years ago and had to cut this thing way back, and we discovered that it was planted in the pot. This whole section here was all ferns and dead trees. These two, this one avocado, one behind me, had no leaves at all. They told us to cut it down because it was dead, but we gave it a bunch of water and fertilizer and it bounced back. We have hundreds of avocados on there. There's my gardening cat. We take tons of these plumeria cuttings and give them away and plant some in the garden. This center section is going to be, or is, our butterfly garden. We get tons and tons of monarchs. We're going to redo the irrigation, so this is all kind of ugly right now, but yeah, so that's that monstera that's surrounding another avocado tree, and I'll show you the inside, but there's the cat. I put in a little stock tank for bees, hummingbirds, stuff like that to eat. There's a monstera cutting that we took from the bigger plant. Yeah, you walk down the path. Again, you got this whole garden that's just filled with pollinating plants, or plants for pollinators rather. Butterfly bush there. Milkweed is hidden everywhere. That's a huge ginger plant. Another plumeria. That's a Eureka lemon, navel orange, Valencia. That's a kumquat. That's a baby grapefruit. Those are sweet potatoes. These are some raised garden beds I made. Meyer lemons. But you can see the banana is actually fruiting, which I'm pretty excited about. No idea what type of banana that is, but that banana tree, which I'm most excited about, is a blue Java, or ice cream banana, and it is fruiting like crazy, so I'm excited about that. I'll take you back around. There's a monarch flying around. So we go down here, down the path continues, and you got that monstera again that you can see from the road. I planted my pumpkin way too early. Got about a dozen pumpkins off that thing already, which is pretty cool. But if you look at this monstera, it has gone completely around this avocado. And then these 2 retaining walls I put in are actually from when we cleared out all the ferns and dead trees. You couldn't even see where the end of there was no fence here. Couldn't even see the property line. We didn't know what types of trees we had. We didn't even know we had citrus. Hold on one sec. And we found all these and we made the retaining walls. And behind me, I have a quail coop. Some quail. And then I made this shed with my father-in-law, gardening shed. It never is this clean. I cleaned it before I made this video, but I got a little grow box there, which is funny because when it's on, it makes this whole room glow purple, and you can see it from the street, so it's a little precarious. But you go through the back fence, and you can see all our plumerias we have here. This is where all our cuttings come from, but I'm really proud of this. This is grapevines and a Kajari melon, which I'll show you. It's a sweet Indian fruit. They don't get that big, but they're really cool. And tomatoes, don't judge my caging abilities because they look like crap. Anyway, the rest of the garden's down there. I won't do the whole backyard, but we got some sunflowers, huge tangerine, some raised garden beds down there, and a Another avocado tree that we thought was dead, but it's bouncing back. Anyway, thanks, hope you enjoyed it.